Assalamualaikum. I hope you all are fine. We are going to start first unit today, which is operations on sets. We have already studied about sets in grade 6. So before moving on to the new topic, let's revise what we have studied in grade 6 about sets. Okay, so what is a set? A set is a group or a collection of distinct, well-defined objects. So set is a group or collection of objects, and those objects should be distinct and well-defined. Distinct means they should be different, and well-defined means that they should be defined very well. For example, set of months in a year, set of days in a week, set of first 5 natural numbers, or or you can say set of even numbers less than 10, like that. So set is a group or collection of objects. And how a set is represented, these are the three different forms to write a set, which we have studied in grade 6 in detail. Descriptive form is when a set is written in descriptive form. Let's say first 5 natural numbers, so it is written in words in descriptive form here. So this is the descriptive way of writing a set. Set builder form, in which a set is written as a rule using x. And what is x here? X is a natural number less than 6, because we have to write first 5 natural numbers. So this is how you can write it in set builder form. And the same set can be written in tabular form like this, because these are the first 5 natural numbers. So tabular form is where you have to state all the elements. You write all the elements by separating them with commas. So this is how we write set in 3 different ways. Types of sets. Okay, so we have already studied these types in grade 6, so you just have to read them for your revision. What is an empty set? A set having no element. So when a set has no element, then that is an empty set, and we also denote this set as like this symbol means that empty set. For example, integers between 0 and 1. So there is no integer between 0 and 1, so it should be empty set. We can write it as this, just brackets and no element written in it, or you can use this symbol. Then next is finite set. So we can count the elements of a set. Okay, if we can count the element of a set, then that is a finite set. For example, x is a square number less than 20, so we can count all the square numbers less than 20. 1, 4, 9, 16. So how many elements are here? 4. So yes, it is a finite set. And infinite set means that we cannot count the elements of that set, so that is an infinite set. And disjoint sets which have no common elements. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So there is no common element between these two sets, so they are disjoint sets. Overlapping sets means they have at least one common element. 1, 2, 3, 2, 3, 4. So 2 and 3 is common in both sets, so these two sets are overlapping sets. Equivalent sets means that which have an equal number of elements. It's not necessary that those elements should be same, but they should have equal number of elements. Let's say 1, 2, 3. J set has 3 elements and K set also has 3 elements. So they both are equivalent sets, not equal. When it comes to equal sets, then the elements should also be same. Number of elements and the elements should be same. 2, 4, 6. And x is a positive multiple of 2 less than 7. So these are the only multiples of 2 which are less than 7, 2, 4 and 6. So these two are equal sets because the elements in both sets are same. Next one is universal set. So universal set is a set which contains all other sets under consideration. Under consideration means that if we have a set J, which is here are the name of months January, July and June, and then set A, April and August. So the universal set, what would be the universal set? Universal set would be the name of months in a year, because these two sets are having the elements as months name. So the universal set will be the name of months. So that is meant by under consideration, that a set which contains all the sets under consideration means any sets that contain name of months, that will come in universal set. And subset is if all the elements of set A is present in set B, then set A is a subset of set B, and it is represented as this. It means that all the elements of A are present in set B, and then B is a superset of A, and we write superset as this. And these are some examples of writing subsets which we have already done. So next come to cardinal number. What is cardinal number? It is the number of elements. And how do we write it? for example, you have a set. Let's consider example of this set. A is 2 4 6, and you have to write how many elements are here, 3. So how will you write? You will write n in bracket, you will write the name of that set, which is A, and it is equal to 3. So it means that number of elements in set A is equal to 3. So this is how you write the cardinality of a set. Okay, next, now we have a new topic, which is union of sets, operations on sets. So in this, in our first lecture, we are going to discuss only two operations, that is union and intersection. So what is union of sets? A set containing all the elements of A and B is called the union set of set A and set B. So whenever you have to find the union of A and B, it means you have to write all the elements of set A and B in one set. Now we will solve this example. Create the union set for the following sets A and B. So first we will write A, because we have to find union. We write union as capital U. So A union B is, what is A here? 1 3 5 7 9 union B. What is B here? 0 3 6 9. So what will be the answer? If we have to find union, we have to combine all the elements of both sets. So we can write in a sequence. First we will write 0 from here, then we can write 1, then we don't have to, so we'll write 3 5 6 7 and 9. As 9 3 are present in both sets, 9 is also present in both sets, but you have to write only you have to write 9 and 3 only once, because while writing set we don't repeat an element. So this is how we write union. You have to write all the elements of A and B. So we have written all the elements 0 1 3 5 6 7 and 9. So this is how we write union. An element that is common to both sets is written once in the union set, not twice, just like we wrote 3 and 9 only once in the union set. Now what is intersection of sets? Intersection means that you have to only write the common elements of both sets. In union we write all the elements, but in intersection we write only common elements. Common elements mean that are present in both sets. A set containing the common elements of A and B is called an intersection, is called the intersection set of set A and B. Now consider this example. We have to find intersection of A and B. So we will write A intersection B. Okay, this is how we write intersection. Union is written as capital U and intersection is written as this, when you invert the U. What is A here? 1 3 5 7 and 9. Then write intersection symbol 0 2 4 6 and 8. So what are the common elements here now? 1, no, 3 is not common, 5 is not common, 7 is not common, and 9 is also not. So there is no common element. Yes, there is no common element, so it means that intersection will be empty set. You can write like this, empty set, or you can also write like this. So intersection is an empty set because there is no common element between these two sets. Now we'll solve a few questions of exercise from your book. Question number 3, 4, 5 and question number 6 till this part, because we have only studied union and intersection. So we are going to solve exercise till here. Let's start with question number 3. If A is 2 4 6 8 and B is 1 3 5 7, then find A union B. So we have to find A union B. We will write A union B is equal to, what is A? 2 4 6 8 union, and what is B? 1 3 5 7. So what will be the answer? You have to write all the elements. So we'll write 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 and 8. So this is how we write union. Again we have to find A union B. So A union B is equal to, what is A here? 3 6 9 union, what is B here? Empty set. It means there is no element in B set. So what will be the union? It will be just set A, 3 6 9. Then we have three sets here, R, S and T, and you have to find R intersection T and S intersection R. So first we will solve first one, that is R intersection T. What is R? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Intersection T. 1, 3, 5 and 7. What is the common element? 1 is present in both, 3 and 5. So this is the intersection. Only 1, 3 and 5 are common elements in both sets. Now we will find S intersection R. So we have to write S set 0, 3, 6, 9 intersection R. R is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. What are the common elements? Because we are writing intersection, so only 3 is common and 6 is common. So what will be the answer? 3 and 6. So this is how we write intersection. Now question number 6, I am going to do only first and fourth part, and you have to do rest of the parts till 6. Okay, universal set is given here, but to find intersection and union we don't need this universal set. It's for other parts where we have to find difference and complement, that we will do in our next lecture. So we only have to find union of A and B, so we will use this set and this set. So A union B is equal to, what is A here? 0, 1, 2 and 3. Union B 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So what will be the union? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Then we have to find A intersection B. So what is A? 0, 1, 2, 3 intersection 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So what are the common elements in both? 2 and 3 only. So this is the intersection of A and B. Now this is your homework, and you have to do these questions on loose sheets, and then you have to submit it in school. These are the questions from exercise 1 on page 17 from your book. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.